For over a century, water safety education has looked exactly like this. We put children in a pristine indoor pool and teach them to master standardized strokes in perfectly still, temperature-controlled water. This controlled environment builds a dangerous illusion. It suggests that if you can swim 50 laps in a calm box, you are equipped to survive in the open ocean. Take a look at this data. These lines represent drowning fatalities in the US, UK, and Australia. Despite those countries maintaining high national swimming literacy, drowning deaths shot upward after 2020. The catalyst for this spike was the pandemic. When lockdowns shuttered public facilities, millions lost access to regular practice. This brief interruption in facility access exposed a critical weakness. Skills maintained only in a gym setting do not hold up under pressure. Standardized pool mechanics do not equate to real-world survival. The current educational system also contains significant demographic gaps. It often fails to reach minority populations in the U.S. and largely overlooks the specific domestic hazards faced by the elderly in Japan. Open water challenges the body with variables absent from a heated pool: sub-zero temperatures, the heavy drag of saturated clothing, and invisible currents that can pull a person away from the shore in seconds. Rising fatality rates point to a failure of environmental adaptation, not a decline in athletic swimming ability. Global safety agencies are moving away from teaching athletes to swim fast, prioritizing situational survival instead. This approach focuses on decision-making over athletic routine. To pass the Dutch SOLM ABC standard, students must navigate underwater obstacles fully clothed and wearing shoes. It mimics the physical weight and panic of an accidental fall into a canal. Australia takes an environment-driven approach. They put children in the surf early, using the chaos of the ocean to build an intuitive understanding of risk before they ever swim alone. This diagram shows Taiwan's homegrown SOLM model, moving through 3 distinct phases: cognition, simulation, and reality. The highlight here is the transition from simulation to reality, representing the moment theoretical knowledge must survive the shock of a real, hostile environment. Modern education treats water safety as a split-second decision-making process, rather than a learned athletic motion. Even with advanced training, nature is too unpredictable for education to work in isolation. In Japan, the Life Saving Association uses artificial intelligence to monitor the water. AI-equipped cameras scan the surf to detect these hidden currents and send warnings before swimmers are even aware of the danger. In its first 2 years, this monitoring system prevented over 3,300 dangerous incidents on Japanese beaches. Australia and the US rely on massive non-governmental organizations to manage these risks. These NGOs operate independently of the government, providing a decentralized network of responders who know the specific hazards of their local coastline. Japan certifies citizens as young as 15. These volunteer guardians are trained to manage their local beaches, creating a grassroots layer of protection. Resilient water safety requires 2 things: precise digital monitoring from above and trained, decentralized responders on the ground. Grassroots efforts cannot scale with clear legislative support. Local organizations need a national framework to coordinate funding and data. Australia and the UK have both set legal targets to halve drowning deaths by 2030. These laws bind the state to specific, measurable improvements in public safety. These targets are managed through rigorous databases, like the GIS mapping populating this map. By tracking incident clusters in real time, governments can direct funding to the exact locations where fatalities are most likely to occur. Treating drowning as a quantifiable public health metric forces the bureaucracy to be accountable for every life lost. Taiwan is currently at a crossroads as it drafts its Water Safety Act. Relying on school-based pool education alone would ignore the data collected by other developed nations. A successful strategy requires merging the local SOLM model with Dutch survival standards, Japanese AI monitoring, and the NGO structures of Australia. Saving lives means abandoning the idea that we can master the water. Instead, we must build a society-wide safety net designed to catch us when we are most vulnerable.